Yo, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Cartier. You in Cartier World today. We got another reaction video, bro. Need y'all to like, comment, sub up, man. Like, comment, sub up. Let's run them numbers up, bro. No cap, man. We doing it. We out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every day we coming back to back, man. We consistent. Oh, man. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see in them comments, man. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all, bro. We growing this group, man. You know, you in Cartier World, bro. Let's keep it growing, man. We need 5,000 subs, so let's get to it. Turn on them post notifications. Man, I just love the love that y'all be giving for real, and I'm here to stay. So let's just keep going up, bro. But today we got Adam reacts to Akademiks getting sued for rape. Golly, for who? For what? Sheesh. Boy, it's a reaction video, man. That's heavy. That's a heavy. That R word is heavy, man. No cap, man. That sound bad, bro. That sounds really, really bad. But we gonna tap in and see, man. I'm not gonna assume Akademiks is guilty, but that type of allegation is crazy. It must be a civil case. Must be a civil case if she trying to sue for. You feel me? I don't know if this is a criminal case, but let's tap in.
Topics we have on the table, because I did see something very troubling come across my desk this morning. DJ Akademiks sued for rape and defamation. Basically,
what's up with that?
So the gist of it is basically like a couple months ago when Ak was having a bunch of turbulence going on with his ex slash, I don't know, maybe current girl. A conversation sparked where basically like a girl, some light-skinned chick, makes a video where she's basically like laying out this crazy ass story about Ak, claiming that his two friends drugged her, or at least got her super drunk.
Okay, wait. His two friends. So Akademiks' two friends drugged the girl. This has nothing to do with Akademiks yet.
Manager her on a pool balcony type area, like the area next to the pool, and then she claims that she later on woke up on the couch with Ak raping her, and she also claims that she went.
Oh hell nah. So the homies drug her. Allegedly, Akademiks wake up. Akademiks in them guts is crazy, bro. Y'all think Akademiks really like that? I'm not putting that on that man. That sound nuts. Is she doing this for clout? She's clearly money motivated because she's trying to get a bag. Where's the proof? That's what I want to know. Like, is there any witnesses, camera? Like, what? Come on, bro. Is she just pulling this out her ass?
Hospital and got a rape kit done, and that they found his sperm inside of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
act, bruh. It's getting tricky, bro. I was trying to defend you, but they found your shit in her with the R kid. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Now, he could have hit, and then she could have been. It could have been consensual. Both wanted to do this. And now this her money play. Oh, I didn't want to do that. You know, that'll really be thirsty. That'll be crazy. I hope he has some type of evidence that she wanted to have sex with him.
but like that, all like a bunch of that, like she made those accusations, not like all the specifics, but she basically said all that a couple months ago. Didn't hear anything for a while, and then boom, today it turns out it's the same lawyer from the Lil Rob thing, which is obviously very of interest because Akademiks really like took aim at the Lil Rod guy, who was basically like Diddy's former producer. The same lawyer who's helping the Lil Rod producer guy file the lawsuit against Diddy has also linked up with the girl that wants to sue Akademiks, and they're suing him now for basically, you know, rape, and then also the defamation because he talked about it on the podcast. I don't know, like, what happens from here, but holy shit, this is pretty serious. That this girl, she decided to go all out. So this is going to be a wild chapter. I don't know how much this changes for him, because he's not exactly like super tapped in on like a corporate level, you know, like he does shit with labels and everything, but it's not like he's with Complex anymore. It's not like he has a Spotify deal anymore, because like for me personally, when I first
I didn't know that Act lost his Spotify deal. Did it time out? I remember he had one. He was doing a podcast deal with Spotify or something. He had that deal. That's interesting. Maybe it timed out. Maybe he did his business and like, all right, cool. He's probably just looking for like short-term partners. Let's make this bag, split this revenue, but I still maintain my brand and content, which is helping them because they would drop sponsorships, everything, just based off of these allegations. Honestly, now I need some proof. You know, I feel like she could be lying straight up because he's a target.
Canceled and had all this shit put out there about me. The first thing, and really the only like significant thing that happened besides random people talking shit, was just Atlantic. It all of a sudden became like a huge issue for them to be fucking with me, you know? So they had to do this huge internal investigation, etc.
But you wasn't fucking with that anyways. Like, you were like low-key over it, right? Like,
I mean, I wasn't exactly like excited about it, but to be honest, like it was starting to get kind of good around the time that this shit happened because we had just put out the Take Cam Black Boy record. So all of a sudden, my ass, like I was kind of like not super stoked on it, but then that record comes out, that record's really making noise, and I'm starting to kind of get the taste of like, oh, okay. So they're gonna like basically like put together these records / help me put together these records, and then they're gonna put a shitload of marketing muscle behind them.
But then they wanted you to sign.
So I was kind of like starting to fuck with the vibe of like, oh, what this might be like. But then, yeah, obviously, then that shit comes out, and that kind of just like slows everything.
If y'all don't know, Adam got them allegations too. Adam 16, the 22-ster, huh? You know, he been having a lot of questionable moments where he got pictures with underage girls, smiling, looking creepy. He was on tour with Lil Pump, smashing underage girls allegedly, man. Now, see, the thing with Adam, it's more than one incident. This has become, you know, it's like Diddy. You know, so many people have come out saying these types of things. With Akademiks, this is not, repeated for him. So I can't say that this is just true off of, what she talking about.
Massively, but yeah, I mean, that was another problem, is that they wanted me to sign Skinny from the 9, and when I said I wanted to sign Draco the Ruler, they were like, no. So I mean, that part sucked, is that I felt very constrained.
We know the truth, homie.
Mike Karen, we know the truth. I felt very constrained in like who I could sign at the time, which kind of sucked. But it's in terms of them putting together records, that side of things was actually starting to look kind of productive.
Imagine having the opportunity to sign Draco, and they're like, no. We want Skinny from the 9.
Yeah, but okay.
What?
Shout out Skinny
wrap
from
your
the
head
9.
around that.
Shout out Skinny. But this is the thing about it, though, is that they'll sign APG and shit, bro. They'll sign like any New York drill rapper.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start talking about an LA gangster rapper, I realized very quickly, like, oh, this is different to y'all.
Yeah.
Now, to some extent, I think that's kind of changed, but I mean, all those Bronx drill rappers are getting signed by big ass labels.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a bunch of LA rappers that are like realistically pretty poppin' that are on some super gangster ass shit, but like,
see, LA gotta change its sound, man. Gotta craft a new sound. They signing all the New York rappers because that new drill is what's hot. It's popping right now. It's popular. If LA could come up with a sound, the producers, the artists that's popping globally and not just regionally, then yeah, the labels might have more interest of dropping in more dollars because they see more revenue. They know that drill shit from New York is trending. So, bet, even if we get a couple good artists, good projects, make over millions, we decent, and then we gonna shelf their ass. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about what's gonna win for the labels.
probably don't have the same number of A&Rs.
Well, most of the labels
ain't doing numbers.
That's probably
that's part of it, but also their labels.
They not dancing.
Their labels are out there,
Kids
though.
can't
Like
get
the labels of the industry is there. You know what I mean? Most labels don't even have headquarters or offices in Los Angeles. Yeah, we got Capitol. What else?
But
what
like,
other major label has an office out here?
If APG had signed Draco, realistically, what the fuck would have happened to
Probably would have
APG?
been, yeah.
Now, they do have like artists like him using their studio, which is on site. And okay, that's a concern because you don't want people coming and spraying your shit up on fucking Fairfax. But at the same time, I mean, like, okay.
LA is not safe.
Okay, but this is the thing too, is later on, that became a very understandable opinion of Draco. But at that time, Draco was not really like mega controversial like that. He hadn't even caught the case or anything yet at that point. We're talking
Right.
like 2017. This is like super early on in the Draco saga.
This is like Big Bang Uchi's Draco.
Yeah,
Like,
this is not Draco at war with some of the most dangerous gangs in LA. This is
Right.
Draco like kind of just chilling.
early.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at that point, Skinny's numbers were still going crazy though.
Oh no, Skinny
Right, Skinny
Skinny
was
looked
cracking.
like
Yeah, I was
yeah,
about to say,
yeah.
I
was
thought you were
cracking.
Oh, yeah,
talking
he-
about,
he had a whole little
after
thing on,
Draco
yeah.
came home from jail.
He had a
Yeah,
picture
yeah.
with 6ix9ine, and realistically, that was all you needed at that time.
Yeah, Skinny
You get
was
a picture with 6ix9ine, you're signed.
Skinny was up.
Yeah.
Can't lie. Call it down the middle.
But anyway, I say all that to say,
So you needed to get.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to sit back and watch how this shit unfolds with Ak, because I do know that for me in my career, when I got accused of that shit, it was a fucking megaton bomb that all of a sudden made every single thing that I was trying to do in my career like exponentially more difficult. And to be fair, with me, they mostly just had 10-year-old accusations from like a way earlier part of my life. No charges, no lawsuit, nothing like that. So this isn't criminal charges, but it is a lawsuit. So I mean, I have to just kind of sit back and watch how it all unfolds. Do I actually think that Ak was like consciously like going to like fucking rape some girl while she's sleeping on the couch? Probably not. Like I don't really. I've never seen anything in
Goes
his
right
character
on.
that makes
Goes
me
right
think
to-
that was how he would be moving. But at the same time, when you do see that video of the girl explaining the situation, I mean, hey, maybe she's totally fucking lying, but it does kind of pull at your heartstrings a little bit because it sounds crazy.
Just like when I think was it Vlad that interviewed the girl that allegedly was raped by Tupac. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got that whole story like forever ago.
Yeah, we all that tugged on our heartstrings, but I don't know if that's true or not. You feel me? I don't believe it. I
No,
don't believe
she never said that Pac raped
About
her.
Pac.
She was talking about his friends.
I thought that she said that. Oh, he was like complicit in some degree. I
I
don't
think
know.
she fucked him willingly and then fucked the other dudes.
Right, like he lined up the train.
I believe that was the
Yeah.
gist of it, but
He was a conductor.
it's been a long time
Yeah.
since I've seen
But
that.
just imagine you leave the room and it's a hot
train.
pussy bitch in the room. Like she might have did that willingly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Woke
yeah,
up with her
there's
ass sore. Like
and then regretted it. but my question is,
Facts. Did this girl really do it willingly and regret it? In the Akademiks case, did this girl really do it willingly, then regret it? Now she's like, oh, he R-word me. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I don't know Akademiks to be aligned with this type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? He don't even strike me as a nigga who would do some shit like that. But then again, you just kind of never know. Of course, the video looked bad either way because she coming out saying something so just terrible, controversial, and it is going to pull at people's hearts. But we want to know, is it true or not? That's the main thing, man. I it's a wobbler, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the fence with it, honestly. I need more evidence, you know.
so Ak got
not
sued.
funny. No,
Ak got sued
but-
for rape.
It got announced today that they're suing him. Yeah.
So
and
I didn't know you could sue someone for rape. Isn't that it's
Hey, I don't know.
sexual abuse? Isn't rape a charge that the police file?
I think normally it would be a criminal charge, but I would guess that they probably
to be.
tried to pursue that, and the cops didn't want to take up the case.
But now they might, huh?
I think
could open
that's
the can of
probably
worms.
already out the window if they're filing a lawsuit. I'm not really sure, but I guess like from a fan perspective, the thing that to me would be interesting is I know that as soon as I had that shit put on my name, it kind of changes how you get to talk publicly or how you get to, you know, make content, because as soon as you come with some super judgmental shit, like I remember when Vic Mensa was talking shit about X at some like award show or whatever, like right after he died, and fucking X's mom was in the audience. And
The fuck?
yeah, it was a whole thing. And like DJ Scheme was going crazy on Vic Mensa. Ski Mask was talking about him. I hopped in it, and Vic Mensa doesn't respond to them. He responds to me and just quote tweets what I said with a picture of an article about me being accused of some shit. And that's like, boom, like clincher, like everybody liking that shit. Like, oh, he fucking got him or whatever. And so it kind of becomes like that, like in your career, where if people have that super easy dunk to just unleash on you, it becomes kind of hard for you to be the guy out there acting as if you are morally pure and you're able to cast judgment on everybody. So I don't know if that kind of like takes his content or the or like the narratives that he's comfortable putting out there and kind of like neuters that to a certain extent. From a fan perspective, that's the most interesting thing to me about Act's content.
That would literally be that's literally decimating the entire premise of what he does.
Because so much of his content is kind of like him providing moral guidance to people in certain situations. He's going to take a storyline and he's going to say, Blueface, this is why you're fucking up. This is why your relationship that you're in right now, you should be doing things a different way. All of a sudden, when you start casting judgment like that and you have this kind of fucking article out there about you, it kind of like changes up how people perceive that shit.
Might not be, is he going to still be able to beat?
That's a bad jacket to have on you, bro. That's a terrible jacket to have on you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Act, are you gonna beat these allegations, man? You the only one who know if you really did it or not, man. I don't think he that stupid, but you know. Hey man, is this a case of a thirsty bird trying to get Act money, or is Act really out here, you know what I'm saying, doing these girls foul, man? That's sad.
Freddie Gibbs of the world and the Meek Mills of the world to the same degree that he has been.
And you already like see that. You already like see people trying to use that shit against
We
him.
can't believe the bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just like hey, I agree with you, but there's a gigantic percentage of the world that will take her words and say, why would she have any reason to lie?
I don't believe
you're a piece of shit. We have all these different quotes of things that you said over the years. This all proves that you're a piece of shit, and then this one accusation corroborates it. Boom. You're done. That's how they'll try to play it, because he has been kind of like collecting enemies over the years in terms of like people he doesn't get along with in the industry and shit.
They essentially like with you, which I assume they will do with him, use your humor against you.
Oh yes,
and just pass statements that were said completely in jest, and then all of a sudden like it creates this perfect storm for substantiating their false claims.
But to be fair, like, the difference between me and Ak in this situation is that when I got canceled, it was super fucking early in my career, and I had only had positive press up till that point. Like, I had Rolling Stone writing articles about how I was hip hop's next great tastemaker and shit like that. Whereas on the other hand, Akademiks has already had so much negative publicity from the mainstream media and shit, like, and like everything content wise that he's already put out has already been basically like combed through by people who hate him to try to create narratives against him, including like, there's like an old clip of him talking about, I think, Travis and Kylie or some shit, or not probably Tyga and Kylie or some shit.
Probably.
And he says something that if you take it out of context, is basically makes it sound like he's like okaying that, which I believe, like, when you listen to it in full context, he's not saying that that's cool. But like, I seen that has popped up so many fucking times on Twitter, and the other day I seen it with like 50,000 likes. So like, that's the difference between my situation back.
Masses are seeing this shit. Act, man. I don't want this to be true about you, Act. You know, damn, Act, man. You gotta move smarter, bro. You know what I'm saying? How? You know? Yeah, man, that's why you gotta have you a girl out here when you getting that much money, or you gotta be around people you could trust, or girls signing NDAs. It's just like, you gotta do that shit correct, man, because that's real tricky.
2017 and academic situation right now is that he already has the vibe of being kind of Teflon, because he's been through the fire so many times with lesser accusations and lesser call outs, you know?
Right. But that R word.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh, that's a doozy right there.
Put that jacket
That's
on
a doozy.
you? That's a fucked up jacket.
And like the inverse, like, yeah, like, I don't believe a bitch, but also I don't want to like quote unquote victim blame either.
Right.
So it's like it's a very murky waters that we're traversing right there with that. But hopefully that's just not true.
I mean, I think he showed all the fucking proof back then. Because everything that happened, and I kind of sided with Ak. And me and Ak, we see eye to eye very rarely.
Right.
But I'm not, in this case, I'm never going to down you first. Like, because this is a serious case.
But there was a night where Akademiks was like, I think, involved in some drama with the Shea Glizzy girl, and then he like rushes to his studio and gets on stream, even though he's been drinking, and he basically like outlined the entire story with this girl that filed the lawsuit. Like, he told
Act need to stay off that Henny, bruh. Act, chill out on the Henny. Act, just don't. That nigga be drinking Henny at 10:30, 11 in the morning, nigga. Chill out on the Henny that early, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cool down. It's getting crazy for you.
Like a preemptive strike type?
At that time, yeah, it was like a few months in advance. But yeah, he told this whole story. I'm assuming that that's probably part of this lawsuit, that they're probably saying that that's defamation right there. But to his credit, like, he already like saw this coming and like put out his own
camera
narrative.
and shit too, though. The whatever happened on the pool deck is on camera.
Yeah, they got some kind of footage. I'm not sure exactly what.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I remember little spurts of whatever happened, and then like Ak was the one drunk, and she wandered off with the friends, and allegedly they did whatever they did and trained her.
Right.
And she came back and got into bed with Ak, and Ak started waking up, and he just
Smash.
She said it was the couch, but
Did he
yeah.
tap her on the shoulder at least first?
He just said he was passed out.
But I mean that is, I mean, okay, how many times in your life?
That sound real tricky. Like, okay, you got in the bed with the nigga. Like, see, she set that nigga up. And them friends he had, shame on him, because he wouldn't even be in this situation if it wasn't for them, really. Because I feel like that's her ammo. And that's why she has a chance at the money grab, because now Ak friends might have really forced her into some shit. We don't know. But if Ak was the one drunk, he fall asleep, you wander off with the friends, do whatever, come back, lay in the bed with him. We don't know if he smacked them yams. Or if he did you like... We just don't know if... This might have been consensual. Because it's like, come on, man. You at Ak house. What was you doing over there? You was drinking, whatever. Like, you know... It just get real tricky because it's like, nah, like she might be trying to set that nigga up.
Seen a girl come through the crib and get drunk and end up fucking a bunch of people, and
That's what I'm like.
you know,
I've heard of.
like, yeah, we could focus in on the specifics of these accusations, or you could also acknowledge that this is something that we've all seen a million fucking times in our lives. It's just that she had the incentive to go get a lawyer because he's rich.
Right. Well, and this right here is the exact reason why it doesn't matter if what Kendrick said about Drake is true or not, because once you infiltrate the hive mind, everybody believes it, and then it's substantiated.
Lil Rod's probably about to sue Ak too, then, right?
I don't know.
For
We should
defamation?
probably worry
For
about Diddy
defamation,
mostly,
yeah.
but that did occur to me as like, if this had happened 3 weeks ago, would Ak have caught a legendary stray on one of the Kendrick tracks?
It could have.
That would have been too crazy of a timeline for us to be existing in.
Yo,
For sure he would have.
Somebody
I mean, Drake shot it out sharp. It's not outside of the realm of possibility.
You're right. Anything's possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a recording of Drake saying that he shouted him out.
Is it AI?
It's AI.
Did you make it?
Yeah, you made it up. You made it up.
Somebody said more like DJ accusations.
That's not funny.
No, somebody made me laugh really hard because they texted me, Ak got a weird case. Why is he around? But then I seen like mad people say that on Twitter, so I'm like, okay, now it seems less funny. But nah, I mean, regardless of like whatever the fuck I've been through or whatever me and him been through, I hope that shit works itself out. But man, like when they decide that they want to fucking file a lawsuit and potentially take you to court for that shit, all we know is that there's going to be months and months and maybe years of them trying to make him look as bad as possible, which is like the number one power that they have against you is like, oh, we are going to control and harness the media to make this time period without you settle. If you don't settle, we're going to take this time period and we're going to make it hell for you.
Essentially,
So, I don't know.
essentially very cash grabby.
I mean, they almost acknowledged that. They said like court is the last resort. Mr. Livingston didn't want, or Mr. Allen didn't want to play ball. Like I already used the word hubris on this podcast, but that was one quote that I saw. That's why I had that word in my head, is because I saw that like the lawyer said
Great
like
word.
Mr. Allen's hubris will be the end of him.
Why
The
does he
death of
have a
him, some
fucking
shit like
first
that.
name for a last name and a last name for a first name? That's crazy.
Alan Livingston. I know. I totally forgot that was his name until I saw Livingston tattooed all over Selena Powell.
Yeah,
I
fire.
realized.
That's a dub for Ack right there.
No, man. But
Yo.
best of luck to him.
That's crazy.
That's a dub right there. That's a W. W Ack. I mean, low key, like,
it
you
could
feel
be
me?
like
Like,
money shot locations.
But isn't it also crazy that this is coming
That's
at
kinda
the
crazy.
direct, like, he's basically like just finished off the craziest couple of weeks that a streamer could possibly have where like,
Man, it seems like whenever you get to your highest point, your top, you know, the top, you know what I'm saying? Some bullshit happen, man. I hope this shit ain't true, Act, but Act, if this shit true, you gonna have to pay for them actions, man. But I don't really think he moving like this. I think it might be smart for him to settle because he can get more money. Because the longer they smear Act name, this might affect his views, his likeliness. Maybe he could try to countersue, but she probably don't have no money. But this is going to definitely hit his finances the longer it plays out, you know. So it's really not a good look for him. And low key, I'm blaming his homies. It's like, settle this shit. But then that also makes him look guilty in a sense. So, you know, it's real tricky, man. He in a bad predicament, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, though, bro. This crazy. Did Act really do this, man? Did he R-word that girl? Is she clout chasing, man? I need to know in them comments, man. It's Cartier. You in Cartier world.